The first step when running Facebook and Instagram ads is going to be our ad creative. We need to create something that's going to capture people's attention when they're scrolling Facebook and Instagram. In front of us, we have an ad creative. This is an example that I built using a software called Canva. Canva is a free software tool that anybody can use to design and create these canvases that we can use for our Facebook and Instagram ads. You can see the structure here. I have a headline, a sub-headline, a video, and then a sub-headline at the very bottom. This is a good structure. It's easily readable. At the top, we call out our ideal clients. Then we have something interesting that'll capture people's attention. For this example, this is for a real estate agent. Own your home for cheaper than your monthly rent payment. Just something, maybe a misconception or something that a lot of people don't know. You can add in your sub-headline below the title, and then in the very bottom, we can get a little bit more specific on like where these townhomes are that this ad is talking about. So affordable townhomes in Sugar City, Idaho. So the more specific you can get with your ad on who you're targeting, who you're talking to in the ad, and then the location of where you're located if you're a local business, the better. We don't want to make too broad ads or too generic ads. We want to get specific on the area that we serve so that the ad looks more native and friendly and just recognized by the people who are watching it. So this would be for, an example for a real estate agent. Here's another example for solar, Texas residents. So we're calling out people in Texas. Average electric bill in Texas, $250 a month, but the average solar bill is only $150 a month. So another misconception maybe is that solar is more expensive than the electric through the utility. And so this is a good thing we can add in here to show people, hey, it is cheaper to go solar. We have a little video that plays through here. I'll play this through just so you guys can see it. Pretty straightforward, just some clouds moving in the background, solar panels on the house, whatever. And then going green has never been more affordable. So just something to reiterate what we're talking about in the ad. These videos, I should mention, you can find inside of Canva. This one obviously is for a specific property, so you'd have to put the video in yourself, but you can upload them into Canva and add them in right here. But for this one, this was a stock video. I went to the Elements tab over here. I typed in solar. And then I went to the videos tab right here, and there's a ton of different royalty-free videos that you can use for your ads on pretty much any topic you can think of. Whatever business you run, you could find something. If I scroll down here, I also found this massage video right here for massage therapy clinic they could use for an ad, and couples massage. And so you can do discount offers and things like that. Promotions for your ads do really well just to get people in the door, and then ultimately your objective is to get them in the door, turn them into a paying client, and then you want to turn them into repeat business over the months and years after. And so having an initial offer like this that gives 50% discount if you bring in your significant other, one, you're getting 2 clients that day. Also, you're giving them 50% off, sure, but later on they're going to love your services. They're going to come back for more. And so they'll turn into a larger lifetime value, a more expensive client over the years with all the times that they come in. And then, offer ends March 31st. So just another example here. Another completely different style would just be to create a full-blown video. You don't really need the headlines and things like that if the video has words and you're talking through it. So I'm just going to play this so you guys can see this example of what this one looks like. This would be for a mortgage company.
You can buy a $400,000 home with only $12,000 out of pocket total, and you only need a 620 credit score to do it. Here's how. You're going to get an FHA loan, which allows for a 3.5% down payment, which would be $14,000. Idaho Housing has a down payment assistance.
So you guys get the gist. Basically, the video just gives them an example of how they can buy a home for cheaper than what is normally conceived. Most people think you have to put a lot of money down to buy a home, but if we kind of show this and highlight, hey, you only have to put 3.5% down for your down payment, and then they have down payment assistance, and we can kind of break a lot of the common misconceptions. Those types of ads do really well, and if you have somebody voicing over the ad, captions are really important. Having something that's readable, because over 60% of people who are scrolling Facebook and Instagram are scrolling without any volume turned on. And so if you're talking in the ads and things like that, and it's important that they hear the ad, you want to make sure you have captions on your videos so that people can also read it, the people who don't have their volume turned up. So you can capture those people as well as potential leads, potential customers. So that's everything. There's just a few examples, but Canva is a really great tool. You can mess around and play with it. We can create an ad real quick just on our own. Let's add another page to the bottom of this, and we could create a quick example. So over here, you can add different elements. I'm just going to go back to like all. I'm going to type in, or I'm going to click X here, and I'm just going to do like a frame at the top. So let's add this frame. This is going to be where our title goes here at the top. And we could do an ad for, let's say, like a dentist. So I'm going to change the background color to white. This I'm going to change maybe to, you want to match the colors of your brand and that kind of thing, but for this example I'm just going to do like yellow, and then we're going to add a text headline here. So we can just hit add heading, and then we can bring it up into the box. So you can see Canva's really easy to use, very simple software. And then I'm going to say free teeth cleaning. We could do something like that, and then we could shrink it so that it fits inside of this box up here. And boom, maybe this is a special promotion this dental clinic has going on. And then we could go back to our elements. We could type in dentist up here, and then we could go to the videos tab. We could find something from a dentist that they could use for our video here, or we could just even use a still image, right? We could go to photos and we could find a still image. Let's do this one right here. We could do free teeth cleaning on first visit or something like that. Whatever the dentist wants to run as a promotion, right? Promotions do really well. We could change the fonts if we want to. Maybe we like this font better. And then down at the bottom, we could add another subheadline. We're going to go back to all. We're going to click X out of there. We could add a banner across the bottom here. And then we could add some sort of subheadline. So I'm just going to duplicate this here. And then we're going to say like offer ends March 31st. That looks weird, 31st. Something like that. And then we could say like a location where we're located. So they know, okay, this is a local Charlotte dentist if the person's located in Charlotte. And I'm going to show you how to do targeting in the next video and how to set up the ad and everything so you're only running your ad in your local area. But just ads like this do really well. Obviously, we need to do testing, right? The first ad you create might not do super well. So that's why it's really important to come through here and create, 10, 20 different ads, and we'll test them against each other. One of them will convert leads at a cheaper cost, and that's the ad that we want to stick with. And so it's just going to take a lot of trial and error creating different videos. This video I created here, I built inside of another software called CapCut. It's a video editing software, really easy to use. You can use it on your phone, and you can also use it on the computer. But also Canva can be a really simple software to use, a really cool tool to build out your ad creatives. Hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next video.